All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have been waiting for here. Up front will be Nick Sorensen and Avery Walker. Adam Barker and Harry Voltsmeer on the second row. Simon Zierk, Mike Dolling on the third row. Seba and Janet Gunther have the fourth row. Max Gunther and Mark Nelson rounding out the top 10. Mike Marshall in 11th. Rudolph Gunther in 12th. Looks like Team Gunther is here in full force. Mark Dantuma starts 13th. The Mad Bear starts back in 14th. Xander starts the tail end of the field just due to not getting out in qualifying. But keep a close eye on that car. He always finds his way to the front. Just waiting for a few of the drivers to take to the grid. Matt Bear has not taken the grid yet. And he was talking about not actually racing this morning. He was struggling here in the early going. And it has to be said, huge shout out. Great to see Mark Dantuma out here. Glad to see he's okay after living through the hurricane this past week. Matt Bear is going to take the grid. Xander is taking the grid, just waiting on Harry. The drivers are rolling. Harry did not make the grid, so he might be starting from pit road. A lot of excitement coming for us this week as well. Janik and Xander have both gone to pit road. Not sure what happened there. As soon as the drivers started rolling, they both just towed to pit road. It's pretty funny, Skadrees. There is a kitty, though. See, Hello Kitty is here. And Adam Barker with his new Hello Kitty paint scheme. Hello Kitty is packing. Drivers down that long straightaway. This is where that Mercedes will have the advantage. It has the most power of all these GT3 cars. But as you heard Nick say, it is a little bit touchier this season than last. Pace car brings them down through the final couple of turns. Down the hill through the final turn, the Porsche pace car is on pit road. Here they go. Sorensen fires and green is in the air. And holy cow, they are spread 3 and 4 wide as they go off into one. Simon Zierk in the middle. Oh! Mark Nelson goes around out of one. Dantuma gets caught by it. Mike Marshall, Rudolph Gunther also go off track. Let's see what happened with Rudolph. Rudolph there in the Porsche just goes a little bit wide, thankfully, and he managed. Oh! I think that was Mike Marshall that got turned over. turn 1 chaos. Mike Marshall does get turned over, damage to the spoiler, but it looks like he does get rolling. Rudolph Gunther is going to pit road. Looks like Rudolph may have had another incident a little bit further down the track. Let's take a look. Team Gunther came with a full force and just looks like he misses that turn, likely due to that damage on the nose of the car. Looked like he had heavy damage to the front splitter and just had no grip. Sorensen leads lap 1, already opening up a big gap on the points leader. Avery Walker in second, but he is 1.5 seconds back. Adam Barker already into third. Seba up 3 spots into fourth. And Mark Dantuma up 4 spots already into 9th place. Max Gunther and Matt Baer going at it. That is the battle for 7th. Matt up 7 spots already. He was dreading this track this morning. Was not looking forward to running it, but it might be in a little different mindset now. New paint scheme on Matt Baer's car as well. Mike Dalling up into 5th place now. Simon Zierk back into 6th. The battle continues for 7th. Mark Dantuma back in 9th. Janet. I think there might be a connection issue with Janet Gunther, or there was. We'll have to keep a close eye on that one. Nick Sorensen continues to lead. Now remember, this race 1, is a 20-minute sprint race. Race 2 is a 40-minute endurance race where they will have to make a single pit stop for fuel. The track temperature was dropping coming into qualifying. Practice, it was 109. Qualifying, it was 104. Let's take a quick look. Down to 97, so tire wear and grip have changed dramatically, and I'd be willing to bet we see drivers pushing a lot harder here. Nick Sorensen's leading almost 2.5 seconds. Avery has Adam Barker all over his back bumper. Mike Dalling now up into 4th place, has gotten past Simon Zierk and Phil. Oh, Dalling gets a little bit of the grass there. Simon closes right back up. And don't forget, these guys, a lot of these guys are going to be in the Petit Le Mans next week. So make sure you cheer them on. Let them know in the comments that you are cheering for them and wish them good luck. Max Gunther has managed to get around Matt Baer. Max now up into 7th, Matt back to 8th. Matt still up 6 spots. Xander, we mentioned it in the pre-race, and he started from pit road. He is already up 5 spots into 10th place. Xander definitely on a mission here this morning. Nick Sorensen, however, continues to pull away from Avery Walker. And again, Avery has his hands full with Adam Barker. Avery has been in the Ferrari this season and been extremely fast. I talked to him about it last week. He said that Ferrari is really a lot better this season, and he has been showing that off every race. Mark Dantuma has crashed. Mark in the Audi going down the hill. Just gets loose coming down the hill. Loses the back end hard into the outside wall. Ends up towing it to pit road. The battle for second continues, and there's a battle heating up behind. As Simon Zierk still on Mike Dalling's back bumper. Adam Barker has been unable to find a way past Avery Walker thus far, but he has had a few good runs, especially coming up this straightaway. Watch closely. We'll see if Adam can get that same run up through this straightaway, set up into the turn at the end. Can't quite get there yet. Did hear a lot of the drivers talking about the fact that this season they seem to be able to drive a little bit deeper into the corners, brake a little bit later, and get a better run out of the corner. Now with the cooler temperatures out here, from practice to now, I think we might see some guys really pushing it harder through every turn. Adam still trying to set up. Simon Zierk trying to set up. Seba continues to work his way forward. Max Gunther has pulled away from Matt Baer. Janik Gunther is starting to gain on Matt Baer. Xander back in 10th. 5 3/4 seconds behind Janik at the moment, but he is gaining. Mark Nelson back in 11th place. Got caught up in that turn one incident. Mark Dantuma also coming back off of pit road in the Audi. Mike Marshall currently running in 12th, trying to run down Mark Nelson. Rudolph Gunther back in 13th, Mark Dantuma in 14th, and Harry Volsmeer did not take to the grid today. Sorensen comes around halfway through the first race. He has led every lap and opened up almost a 4-second lead already. Sorensen had a few wins last season, has not won yet in this season, came into today 5th in points. This is going to be a big points day for him, but remember, in race 2, he will have to start in 7th place if he wins this one. Avery Walker still holds 2nd place. Adam still on his bumper. Dulling starting to open up a bit of a gap on Simon Zierk. Seba continuing to gain on Simon Zierk. He's only 3 seconds back, actually less than 3 seconds now, and gaining steadily. Max Gunther now back in 7th. Matt Baer in 8th. Worth noting, Max has a new nickname today, Hansy. I have no idea what that's about, but we'll try and get that information for you later. Matt Bear currently running in 8th. Janik sitting back in 9th. 2 of Team Gunther in the top 10 right now. Xander currently running in 10th, gaining on Team Gunther. Mark Nelson in 11th. Mike Marshall in 12th. Rudolph Gunther now in 13th. Dan Tuma back in 14th. Harry Volsmere again did not take to the grid. 8.5 minutes left to go in race 1. Avery Walker is definitely pushing that car to its limit, but has been unable to break away from Adam Barker. Mike Dolling is actually gaining on these two. Mike currently 2.25 seconds back. He gains a little bit of ground on him every lap, but I don't know that he's going to have to get a little bit faster to catch him before the end of race 1. Simon Zierk holds on to 5th, Seba in 6th. Max continues to pull away from Matt Bear in 7th. Matt back in 8th. Janet Gunther in 9th and Xander in 10th. Xander has closed the gap on Janik very quickly. Mark Dantuma has crashed. Down through turn 1, I could not tell. He might have clipped a little bit of the grass there, cutting into the turn. See if we can look at it from a different angle here. I think he just hit the rumble strip a little bit too hard there. Manages to get the car corrected and going again. Make sure you're following on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. Big announcements are coming quick. Seba has gone off track. Oh, Seba just gets loose trying to push it up to speed. Coming onto the long back straightaway and managing to save it and keep it out of the wall. That was an excellent save by Seba. However, that also brought Max Gunther within striking distance with 5 minutes left to go. We're about to have a battle for 6th. Adam Barker has finally got a run on Avery Walker. They're side by side out of turn 1. Not the area you want to go side by side into the S's. And oh, Adam manages to outbrake him. Adam Barker now to 2nd, Avery in 3rd, and Dolling is there. Adam already starting to pull away. He's opened up almost a 1 second gap. Avery now holds on to 3rd with Mike Dolling breathing down his neck. And just for fun, Simon Zierka started closing that gap quickly. Going into race number 2, things are going to get very interesting, especially when you consider right now Max Gunther would be the driver to start on the pole with Seba on the outside. Adam Barker, last season's champ, actually the last 2 seasons was the champ. Currently 4th in points. Not far behind Avery and Giancarlo. Sorensen, while all that battling has been going on, has opened up a 6 3/4 of a second lead over Adam Barker in second. Adam's lead that he was starting to open up on Avery is now closing. Avery is gaining on him, and he's bringing Mike Doling with him. They are starting to pull away from Simon Zierk as they've settled in a little bit. Seba still holds on to 6, but Max Gunther is right there with him. Janet Gunther currently in 8th, Xander in 9th, the Mad Bear back in 10th. Mark Nelson currently in 11th is quickly gaining on Mad Bear, but that 4.6 second gap, I don't think he's going to have time to close. Mike Marshall still rolling in 12th. Rudolph Gunther in 13th, Mark Dantuma in 14th. Mark having a rough morning this morning. Hopefully, race number 2 goes more his way. And don't forget, starting next Sunday night, you can see Mark Dantuma running in BRR, as the BRR Cup Series returns next week. Just under 2 minutes left to go. I do not believe Sorensen will get the white flag this time, but let's take a lap in his car and look. No white flag yet. Sorensen extremely fast out front in that Mercedes. Goes off into turn number 1. Man, he has that car planted. Downhill through the S is about to come into lap traffic. Getting every bit of the rumble strip, using every bit of the track as he goes onto the first straightaway. Lap traffic, Mark Dantuma pulling over, letting the leader by. Perfectly through this section of track. He's going to have to show me how to do that one of these days. Down that long straightaway using all that Mercedes power. Down into the hard left-hand turn, cuts the apexes of both. Perfectly cut down the hill into that final turn where Hill will see Barney waving the white flag. White flag is in the air for Nick Sorensen. Adam Barker still holds second, Avery in third. Mike Doling back in fourth, Simon Zierk now in fifth. Seba currently in sixth, still has Max on his bumper in seventh. Xander now up into eighth place, up 7 spots. Xander started from pit road. Janet Gunther in 9th, and Matt Bear, the Mad Bear, back in 10th. Mark Nelson has caught the Mad Bear. Will Mark be able to break into the top 10 here? Oh, Mark a little wide in the Porsche. Sorensen's lead now 6 1/4 second. Adam Barker has about 9/10 of a second on Avery and Doling. As they run right now, Max Gunther and Seba will have the front row for race 2 once they invert the top 7 But here comes Nick Sorensen. One more turn to go. And what a dominant win for Nick Sorensen here. Race 1 goes to Sorensen. Who's going to come home in second? It looks like it will be Adam Barker in second and Avery Walker in third. Great job by all three. Let's start talking to the drivers, starting with Avery Walker. Hey Avery, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, that was a great race for you, and that Ferrari looks awfully fast today.
It's fast, but it is a handful, and Adam just got the better at me. I think over 40 minutes is going to be tough.
That does bring up a question. The track temperature obviously has gone down, but would you, with this thing being a handful, would you consider a tire change when you make your pit stop?
No, I don't think it's like... You don't want to do those just because they take so much time. You're never going to gain that back on pace, so I'll stick it out.
Well, man, it was still a great job despite the car being a handful, and we'll be watching that one closely in race 2. Congratulations, and you did secure the points lead, no longer a tie.
Awesome, yeah.
Good luck, man.
All right, thanks.
Adam Barker comes home in second place. Hey, Adam, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you. How we doing?
Hey, good, man. I have to say, that was a great run. You just sat on Avery's back bumper long enough that I don't know what happened, but you had the run several times and finally just managed to get around him.
Yeah, it was he was super quick out of the left right-hander onto the main straight, so I was catching him a little bit too late, and he managed to, and maybe he lost a little bit of grip, or I was a little bit closer to him coming out the corner, so I had to send it, and then it was just who has the stomach to keep it too wide for as long as possible. I managed to get around the outside of him at the top of the hill.
I have to say, that was a gutsy pass, getting to the outside, coming out of one, and then just holding it side by side. That first section of the S's is just so tight. You guys did an amazing job, but man, it looked like you just sent it a little bit further.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to trust the guy on your inside at that point, and I know Avery, he's a pretty stand-up sort of racer, so I knew I could lean on him a little bit, and he wouldn't spin me.
Well, man, a great comeback in the second. Obviously working on trying to get your third championship, and you're headed in the right direction. Congratulations and good luck in race 2.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, and Nick Sorensen pulls off the win. Hey, Nick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug, what's up?
Hey, man, congratulations. That was a dominant performance.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. Thanks.
I have to say, man, it looked like you were completely untouchable from the drop of the green. You had a 1 second lead, over a 1 second lead after the first lap.
Yeah, it helped starting in pole. And from what I could tell, they got in a little bit of trouble behind me, which slowed them down. But I just tried to keep it as consistent as I could, and end up with a good result.
Now, with the track temperature coming down a little bit, did that help with the grip and the car getting through the S's?
I didn't really notice it that much, so I just tried to keep it in line.
You know, we rode one of the last laps. We rode around the track in your car, and I have not seen anybody drive this track that smoothly. It was really just about perfect.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, just this track here is, people love it or hate it. I didn't like it at first, but just lap after lap after lap practice, and just get the hang of it.
Well, man, a great job. Now you've got to come from 7th, though. Is getting through traffic going to be easy for you?
Nope, it never is in this league. I'm just going to try and use the same strategy I used last time I was here and be patient and just take my chances when they come.
And I'm sure you looked in the mirror, saw the incident through turn 1. Does that change how you attack it on the start?
Yeah, just be very patient and don't get myself in trouble.
Well, good luck, man. A great win, and hopefully we'll talk to you after this one.
All right, thanks, Doug.
And I do quickly want to talk to one of the drivers. Hey, Marcus, Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy? You're muted, dude. There you are.
How's it going, Doug?
Hey, man, first off, I'm glad you are okay and still safe and with us, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a rough week, but I got power back last night, so that's a good thing.
That is definitely a good thing, and we're all really glad you have your priorities straight. Power's back, got a race.
Yeah, problem is I didn't have any time to practice, so it obviously shows.
Well, I would say for no practice, you didn't do too bad, and hopefully you have a lot of success in race 2. But, man, I'm cheering for you today. Welcome back, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it.
Obviously, Mark Dantuma, glad to have him with us today. And, Jared, I could have swore at one point you loved this track, buddy. It is great to have Mark back in the field. It is great that no problems during the hurricane. Alrighty, here we go for race number 2. Seba and Max Gunther have the front row. Simon Zierk, Mike Dolling on the second. Avery Walker and Adam Barker on the third row. Nick Sorensen and Xander on the fourth. Matt Bear and Mark Nelson rounding out the top 10. Janet Gunther in 11th. Mike Marshall starting in 12th. Rudolph Gunther in 13th. Mark Dantuma in 14th. And Harry did not grid for race 1. I don't expect to see him here in race number 2. The cars all stacking up, just waiting on the Mad Bear. They will have to make a pit stop during this race. All the drivers have taken their spots on the grid and they begin rolling. Seba was making his way forward during the race. Could he go pull away and win this one with ease? Remember, turn 1 in race 1 got a bit exciting. There were 4 wide headed for turn 1. Hopefully they are a little bit more sane this time and no more incidents. And of course, you got guys like Nick Sorensen and Xander starting, and Adam Barker, Adam and Nick starting on starting 6th and 7th. They've got a lot of ground to cover. Nick was extremely dominant in that first race. Can he do it again? And of course, pit road and pit stops will come into play. I do know a few drivers during practice took the time to practice pit road entry. That could be a deciding factor here. Drivers at the far end of the track, everybody taking a deep breath, making sure their seatbelts are pulled tight, their Hans devices are set up, and they are ready to go. Don't forget to hit the like button repeatedly. Hit the share button. Invite your friends and family. A lot of exciting stuff coming in the next week. You're not going to want to miss a single moment of it. And you can be one of the first subscribers on Facebook. Sean Lesperance will always be the very first, but you could be up there as well. We couldn't have made it this far and done as much as we have without you. Thank you all so much. A lot to come for subscribers in the near future, especially for 2023. Seba, as soon as the pace car dropped, Seba got on the gas. Green is in the air. They are away, and let's see here. Not a lot of 3 and 4. Only 2 wide off into turn 1. Xander blinking. Oh, Adam Barker's going off track. Matt Bear is off track. Looking to see if Adam got the wall. There's a little bit of left side damage. I think he just kissed the wall. Let's see if we can get a different angle on what happened to Adam. Looks like he just drove in a little too deep on that one. Just a little too deep off into the grass. And no, he did not kiss the wall on that one. And he kept his foot in it. You got to give it to both Adam and Matt Bear. Both of them kept their foot in it. They lost some positions, but were able to easily get back out on track, maintain some momentum, and keep going. Oh, a little close call with one of Team Gunther's drive, and then Matt goes off track again. Matt, not a fan. So after lap 1, it is still Seba in the lead, Mike Dolling in second. Max Gunther now in third, Simon Zierk in fourth, Xander in fifth, Avery in 6th, Nick Sorens in 7th, Adam Barker drifts back to 8th. Mark Nelson currently runs in 9th, Mike Marshall in 10th. Janet Gunther in 11th, Rudolph Gunther in 12th, Matt Bear in 13th, Mark Dantuma in 14th. Mike Dolling bringing the field in closer to Seba here early. Quite a battle going on back behind, and Nick Sorensen definitely has the advantage on these straightaways with that Mercedes power. Only one Mercedes in the field this morning. Avery Walker driving the Ferrari this season, having a lot of good success. He now officially has the points lead. Came into today tied with Giancarlo. After finishing third in race number 1, he will completely secure the points lead here. Giancarlo, not here today, will be using a drop race. Xander, who charged through the field in race 1, he's making a move. He was in 5th. Looks inside of Simon Zierk for 4th. Simon pushed. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, they get together. And Xander goes around. Nick Sorensen slips by both of them. He's going to bring Adam Barker through the door. Simon still battling side by side with Adam Barker. Now Adam pulls ahead. Simon looks out to the outside as they go into the final turns. Adam Barker had the fastest lap of the race so far last time by. Now it is Nick Sorensen up into 5th place, setting his sights on Avery Walker just ahead. And you heard Avery say after race 1 that this car has been a little bit of a handful here this morning. Quick look at the track temperature. It is now down to 89 degrees. Definitely going to help out those cars that are struggling with grip here. Seba still out front, Dolling and Max Gunther closing in quickly. Avery back and forth is starting to gain a little bit of ground on the top three. Sorensen is with him. And they've opened up a small gap on Adam Barker behind. Simon Zierk back in 7th. Mark Nelson in 8th is starting to gain some ground here. Mark had a rough start in race number 1. Ended up getting loose out of turn 1. Has managed to have a much better start here and actually carrying a lot of momentum, gaining on the cars ahead. Janet Gunther back in 9th. Mike Marshall in 10th. The field staying pretty close. The deciding factor here this morning could be that pit stop. Avery Walker and Nick Sorensen, though, they are gaining quickly on the top three. That gap was over a second. It is now down to about 8/10. And let's take a ride around with Avery Walker as he heads off into turn number 1. Let's see how much of a handful this car is with these cooler track temperatures. Hits the... Oh, we've got a car off. Max Gunther just misses the turn in the S. Max have been running 3rd, the highest running Team Gunther car. Wow, Avery using every bit of the track and sending it hard here this morning. Avery now up into 3rd place and closing in on the leaders. He's got Nick Sorensen on the bumper as he goes down the long straightaway. That lead battle just about 1.4 seconds ahead. Oh, we've got a change for the lead right in front of him. There was a move by Mike Dolling. And that slowed him down enough to bring Avery Walker into the draft as he completes a lap. Now the top 4 all within a second. Adam Barker back in 5th, but Xander just set the fastest lap of the race after having an incident that set him off track. Here's the incident between him and Simon Zierk. They get together. It looks like Xander just did not get on the brakes enough and ended up going straight. Now Xander is running down Rudolph Gunther. He gets past him and sets his sights on Mike Marshall and Mark Nelson ahead in 8th and 9th. Wow, Xander's got some moves here this morning. Side draft down the long straightaway, trying to build as much speed as he can and pull ahead of Dolling. Or Marshall, excuse me. Two Marks, two Mikes, a lot of confusion for the broadcaster. Xander's still having a little bit of a blink as he catches up to Mark Nelson, currently in 8th. Max Gunther not far ahead in 7th after that incident. Something has happened. Seba has gone off track. Let's see what happened with Seba. Dolling, oh, he just overcooks it. Just a little too much at the top of the hill, gets loose. Several drivers get by. And now Mike Dolling has the lead for the first time this morning, but here comes Avery. Avery side by side with Dolling down the straightaway. Oh, look at this! Nick Sorensen looks like he's going to try and make it 3 wide, backs out of it. Dolling just sends it deeper into the turn and pulls ahead. Is Mike Dolling back to the lead, but Avery and Nick right there with him. And now Adam Barker has closed back up on the fight. Seba has pulled back on track, currently running in 5th, but he's got Simon Zierk on the back bumper in 6th. Max Gunther in 7th, now has Xander almost to him. Dolling still holding the lead, but now the top 4 are under a blanket as Mike Marshall has crashed. Oh, Marshall just gets loose out of turn 1. The top 4 nose to tail down the long straightaway. And Rudolph Gunther has gone off track. Mark Nelson has crashed. Mark Nelson at the far end of the track just gets loose. Rudolph has to go wide to avoid him. Let's see if Rudolph got any of the wall here. There's Mark getting loose just ahead. Oh, Rudolph managed to keep it off the wall, though. Great save by Rudolph Gunther. Simon Zierk is in for his pit stop. Seems a little bit early to be in, but this might be a strategy play on his part. Sorensen all over the back bumper of Avery Walker as they go down the straightaway. He gets the nose in. Avery manages to get the run off the turn and pulls back ahead. Now they're side by side. And Adam Barker's going to look to the outside on Sorensen. Barker's got to run. Sorensen definitely has the power advantage as they go down the hill. Avery moves over, gives Sorensen the draft. Now moves back to give it to Barker. Barker's got the inside line and pulls ahead. Adam Barker now to 3rd. Mike Dolling loving the battle and going on back behind him as he starts to open up a lead. 1.3 seconds now. Avery in 2nd, Adam in 3rd. Sorensen now back in 4th, Seba in 5th. Max Curley running in 6th with Xander all over the back bumper in 7th. Oh! Max gets a little bit loose through the S's and Xander flies by. Janik now in 8th. Mark Nelson in 9th. Rudolph Gunther in 10th. Matt Bear currently in 11th. Mark Dantuma in 12th. Simon Zierk in 13th. Mike Marshall on pit road in 14th. Pit stops much earlier than we expected. Most of the drivers last week tried to stretch their fuel and pit later. Avery Walker currently in 2nd, Adam Barker in 3rd, Nick Sorensen in 4th, Seba gaining on him in 5th. Xander back in 6th place is running down the top 5. Xander just about 1.5 seconds behind 5th place Seba right now. Dolling's lead has shrunk back down to half a second. Avery Walker on the march. He's got Adam Barker and Nick Sorensen with him. Janet Gunther back in 8th. Mark Nelson in 9th. Rudolph Gunther in 10th. Nick Sorensen looks like he is trying to find a move and get a run on Adam Barker. Unable to this time. Dolling still holding the lead. Avery in 2nd. Seba back in 5th as Xander continuing to close in. Xander now less than half a second behind him. Worth noting, Xander the only driver to break the 118 mark. His fastest lap, 117.83 as he tries to run down the leaders. If Xander can get past Seba, he is definitely going to be a worry for the leaders, especially if he has a quick pit stop here. Now here goes Xander looking to the inside as they go down the hill. He outbreaks him. Xander, a little bobble, but he holds it. Now Xander is up to 4th or 5th. Avery Walker is the first of the top 5 to hit pit road. Max Gunther has crashed. Down through the, gets loose out of the S's onto the main straight. Avery Walker is the first of the top 5 to hit pit road. Xander has now cleared Seba and is gaining on the leaders. He is 3.25 seconds back. Pit stops underway. Simon Zierk has gotten past Mark Dantuma after his pit stop. Simon now into 12th. Avery off pit road in 11th. And here comes Nick Sorensen. Looks to the outside on Barker. Can't get there. Sorensen still haunting Adam Barker's back bumper. Sorensen keeps looking inside, outside. Adam Barker goes wide out of 1. Sorensen to 2nd. Seba gives up 5th to go to pit road. Sorensen now to 2nd place and 1 second behind Mike Dolling and gaining. And Xander, while they've been battling, has been closing it down. He's gone from 3 1/4 second back to less than 1.5 seconds behind Adam Barker. Nick Sorensen currently sitting in second. Doling continues to lead. Xander has the fastest lap of the race. Last time by a 1:17.67. Adam Barker still back there lurking in third. Xander has caught the leaders. Xander is definitely pushing that car to its absolute limits. You see him bobble from time to time, but he never lifts. Top 4 still have not been to pit road. Avery now up to 10th, Seba in 11th, and Zirk in 12th. Mike Marshall currently back in 14th, and Mark Dantuma, who is not pitted, in 13th. Mike Marshall is on pit road. Xander keeps knocking down his lap times. Now, last time by 17.64. However, with Xander's blinking netcode could come into play. The top 9 still have not been to pit road. Will we see pit stops this time by? Nick, Adam, the top 5. Oh no! Xander is on pit road. Xander gives up 4th place to go to pit road. Janik stays out. He is in 5th. Oh, Janik, he was pushing it coming down the hill that time. Matt Bear is on pit road as well. He gave up 9th. Avery, who pitted earlier, now moving up into 9th place. Mike Dolan continues to lead, but here comes Sorensen. He's going to try and make a move. Sorensen looking to the outside as they go to the bottom of the hill. None of the top 3 to pit road this time. Xander managed to get off pit road ahead of Avery Walker as pit stop cycled through. The top spots could get a little bit interesting. Janet Gunther is on pit road. Max Gunther is on pit road. Could we see Rudolph on pit road next time? Down the long straightaway, this is where Sorensen has been able to beat everybody this morning. That Mercedes power coming into play big time. Nick can't do anything with him that time by. Mike Dolan goes in. Sorensen takes the lead. Barker stays out as well. Mark Nelson heads down. We should see in the next lap or two the last 4 drivers that need to hit pit road. Mark Nelson does not come to pit road. Rudolph Gunther is on pit road. Nick Sorensen, Adam Barker, the top 2 spots have not come to pit road. Mike Dolling is off pit road in 3rd. Dolling at an extremely quick pit stop. 7.72 seconds. The only driver close to him on pit stop time was Seba with 7.73. Sorensen gives up the lead. Adam Barker's going to come with him. Dolling in 3rd down the long straightaway. Sorensen and Adam need their pit stops to be perfect here, or Dolling could reclaim the lead here. Sorensen hits his pit box. Adam Barker hits his pit box. Mark Nelson is in. Adam Barker on his way out. Mike Dolling will reclaim the lead. Adam Barker on his way out. Xander may take 2nd here. Adam currently in 2nd, but Xander's got to run. It is now Xander to 2nd place. Adam Barker's going to hold on to 3rd. Avery Walker now up in 4th, and Nick Sorensen on his bumper in 5th. Seba currently running in 6th. Simon Zierk in 7th. Janet Gunther in 8th. Max Gunther in 9th. Matt Bear in 10th. Mark Nelson on his way off pit road in 11th. Rudolph Gunther back in 12th. Mark Dantuma in 13th. Mike Marshall appears to be out of the race. Mike Dolling has a 2.1 second lead, but it is shrinking quickly as Xander is gaining on him. Adam Barker is back on pit road. Avery Walker goes by into 3rd. Sorensen now to 4th. Is Adam Barker going to have to stop? Could this be a stop and go penalty? Adam stops, backs up, looks like he missed his pit stall, and he is being held. Some sort of penalty here. Dolling's lead less than a second. Xander is on the move. Avery Walker back in 3rd. Nick Sorensen in 4th. Seba now in 5th. Adam Barker is back off pit road, currently scored back in 12th spot. He is 6 seconds out of the top 10. He has got to make his way up there to get some more points. Xander just set the fastest lap of the race again, beating his own fastest lap by 7/100ths of a second. Mark Dantuma has gone off track and appears to have gone to pit road. Coming down the hill through the... Oh, just gets loose. Hard hit into the outside wall. And Xander battling Mike Dolling for the lead. He's got the inside. Dolling pulls ahead. Now it's going to be a drag race down the straightaway. Xander bobbles. Dolling pulls ahead. Can he clear? No. Xander gets a run. Dolling is known as one of the best defensive drivers out there, but Xander has been so fast. Does he have enough? Dolling outbreaks him. Oh, Xander gets lit. Wow! What a run. How in the world did Xander do that? Xander pulls ahead through the final turn. Xander to the lead. Let's watch that one again, but let's see if we have a chopper. Watch this from overhead as they go into the far end of the track. Xander shoots the inside. Dolling just fights back on the high side, then out of this turn. A little bobble out of Xander gives Dolling enough momentum to pull ahead. Xander uses the draft and the side draft off his car. Both of them trying to get any advantage they can as they go down the hill. Here's where it's about to get really exciting. Dolling outbreaks him. Then watch out of that turn. Xander looks like he was getting loose, just kept his foot in it and sends it. And as they go through the final turn, Xander pulls ahead. Nick Sorensen still trying to get back into the top three, all over the back bumper of Avery Walker. Adam Barker in recovery mode, currently in 11th place, right on the back bumper of Rudolph Gunther. Barker looks down to the inside. He's going to take 10th back. Adam Barker back into the top 10 now, sets his sights on Mark Nelson. However, Mark up in 9th place, 3.8 seconds behind Max Gunther, and is gaining. Max Gunther has crashed. Oh, and not in a good place. He's trying to get around Matt Bear as they come up through the S's. Gets loose as he gets out onto the straightaway, and right in the area they use. White flag is in the air. A couple of very close calls. Xander takes the white flag. Xander already has a 3.5 second lead over Avery Walker in second. Nick Sorensen all over Avery's back bumper in third. Seba currently runs in fourth, and Simon Zierk in fifth. Mike Dolling is on his way. He has been back to pit road. He must not have had enough fuel. Xander down the back straightaway. His lead almost insurmountable. It would take a mistake on his part to lose here. Meanwhile, the battle is on for second between Sorensen and Avery Walker. Sorensen right on that back bumper. He looks to the outside. Can he outbrake him here? Avery drives it in deeper. They're still side by side off the turn. Avery pulls ahead. Xander's going to come home with the win. Who's coming home in second? Avery Walker pulls off second. Nick Sorensen comes home in third. What a finish there, folks. Wow. All right, let's talk to our top three, starting with Nick Sorensen. Hey, Nick, it's Doug. You got me?
What's up, Doug?
Hey, first off, that was a great run from 7th, avoiding a lot of chaos to pull off to end up battling Avery there at the end.
Yeah, that was great. It was a lot of fun. I stuck to my plan, being patient, and yeah, trying to get through those guys was tough.
A lot of it came to you, a lot of excitement out there, but man, what a great run through the field, and it looked like the car was just perfectly planted again.
Yeah, it was. Big thing that happened, though, you might talk to the other guys too, but we got all messed up on our fuel. So I had too much gas. I think Mike had too little gas. And I think that helped Avery get up there, and then I couldn't get by him.
Well, we'll definitely be checking that out, man. A great run tonight, or this morning. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a heck of a lot of fun, and I'm sure you had fun broadcasting this one.
I did. Good job, buddy.
Take care.
All right, let's see if we can talk to second place, Avery Walker. Avery, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
I questioned the early pit stop, but it seems to have paid off, and I'm hearing there were some fuel issues.
Yeah, so I think everyone except for Xander did the fuel automatically, and the like crew chief based it off of time instead of laps. And then it seems like when the session was set up, no one realized we were gonna do 27 laps instead of 40 minutes. So everyone overfueled except for Xander. Actually, except Mike, because Mike ran out of fuel.
Oh, yeah, this is true. Mike did run out of fuel there at the end. But it paid off for you, man. You came home in second place, and that was quite a battle you had. It looked like Nick Sorensen was going to have you on that last lap, but you just drove it a little bit deeper.
Yeah, he was trying. I got lucky that he made a mistake in the corner that leads to the back straight. He still sent it in the chicane, but he's very respectful, so he wasn't going to just like run me off the road or anything. He recognized that he wasn't going to get it, so that was nice.
Well, man, it was an awesome morning for you, and what an awesome finish, man. Congratulations, Avery.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with that.
I bet. Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, let's see if we can talk to our winner. Hey, Xander, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes, I got you, Doug.
Hey, man, congratulations on that win. And, man, you had to have had the fastest car by a mile after pit stops because you were flying by everybody. And once you took the lead, you were gone.
Yeah, it's nice. I just came back from an injury in my leg, so I didn't drive 2 weeks. Today's the first day back at the rig. And, yeah, it was really amazing. I didn't practice as well, so I was trying to find the apexes and my lines and my throttle and braking moments, like lap by lap I was improving. So at the end I almost got the pace I want, and it's really nice.
I have to say, we watched that pass for the lead about 3 different times because the car as you came out of the chicane looked like you were about to lose the back end, but you never even lifted and just managed to slide on by.
Yeah, I did a nice crossover. I managed to hold it. I felt the rear going a bit because I was on the sand on the left to open up the corner as much as possible. And I really had a nice. I from that moment on I could have gone full throttle, so I had the inside line for the last corner, and it's really tricky to stay side by side there and true to the first corner. So I had a really nice run, yeah.
Well, man, you got it done. That was an awesome, awesome race, and a great to have you back. Glad you're feeling better, and congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
Xander pulls off an epic win here at Road Atlanta. Wow, what a morning of racing. Don't forget to come back tonight for 3Y Gen 6 Cup Series and a lot more going on this week. You'll want to make sure you're following us on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. A lot happening, and you can now become a subscriber on Facebook, and there will be some subscriber benefits coming in the near future. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope y'all had as much fun as I did. I'm going to go get some oxygen. Y'all have a great day.